Hey guys, it's 258. You might hear some kids in the background. I don't even know. Welcome back to ZapApple. This time, Chapter 3, The Date. Because revealed her feelings to Twilight last time, and Spike found out. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Applejack and Twilight spent all afternoon all around Ponyville. They went around and talked about memories they had while on the way they bought each other stuff, which came in a variety of items, from flowers to a box of chocolates from Sugar Cube Corner and so on. When the sun was setting over the horizon, both mares were sitting by a tree and enjoying the moment. Twilight nuzzled Applejack on the cheek like a cat. Applejack smiled and nuzzled Twilight back as both of them chuckled. I really had fun today, Applejack. Spending time with you was better than any book I've read that had to deal with romance on this level. Thanks, Twilight. That means a lot to me. I had fun with you, too. I love you, Twilight, Applejack said. Twilight smiled and closed her eyes as she gave Applejack a soft kiss on her cheek. Applejack blushed dark red. I love you, too, AJ, she said. So, say, this will be our first date. Why don't we go into that fancy restaurant that opened in town, Applejack said. The one that got really great reviews? I would be glad to go with you, Twilight said. Well, let's go after the sunset, Applejack said. Okay, Twilight said, leaning her head on Applejack as the sun continued to slowly go over the horizon. Twilight and Applejack stood outside in front of the restaurant. The restaurant was fancy looking, but it looked like a restaurant, like a restaurante mexicano. The restaurant's name was named Diamond Flare. Applejack and Twilight walked inside Diamond Flare. At the front was a tannish Pegasus, her hair a mixture of tan aqua blue and green. Her eyes a warm orange, but she kept her warm eyes covered with purple aviators. Applejack approached the waitress and she lowered her glasses. Immediately, Applejack's eyes widened and she cowered behind Twilight. Twilight gave a weird look as she looked behind her, and Applejack was shivering in fear. Twilight patted Applejack on the head. Applejack, what's wrong? She said. That's the person I saw in my dream. Don't let her hurt me, Applejack said, shivering more in fear. What dream? Twilight said. Applejack stood up and shook off her fear. I'll tell you when we start eating. Just come on, Applejack said. The Pegasus waitress pushed her glasses up her nose and cleared the throat, trying to forget what just happened. Hello, welcome to Diamond Flare. How many tonight? The waiter said. 2, Applejack said. Okay, please come this way, the waiter said as she grabbed 2 menus and walked the 2 mares to a table. Applejack pulled out a chair for Twilight. Twilight sat in the chair as Applejack pushed the chair in and sat across from her mare friend. Looks like someone has some manners, Twilight said. Comes with the family, Applejack said. The waiter placed the menus on the table and took out her notepad. So what can I start you out with, ladies? I'll just have water, Twilight said. Water too, Applejack said. Okay, I'll be back with those. Oh, and also tonight is comedy night, so enjoy the show, the waiter said, walking away. Comedy here? Must be new, Applejack said. They have it every Thursday and Saturday night, Twilight said. How long has it been going on, Applejack said. About 3 weeks now, Twilight said. Applejack said, going back to look at her menu. The tannish Pegasus with purple aviators came back with 2 glasses of water and placed them on the table. Both Applejack and Twilight took the glasses and took a sip out of the water. The waitress asked for their orders, and Twilight told the waitress that she would have the double bacon cheese hayburger with hay fries. Applejack ordered the boneless barbecue ribs with hay fries. The waitress wrote down their orders and left them as the lights in the restaurant dimmed and a spotlight pointed towards the stage as a voice came over the PA. Mares and gentlecoats, tonight is our annual comedy night here at Diamond Flare, so please stomp your hooves and cheer your first comedian coming all the way from Canterlot. The voice said as a blue earth pony wearing a pink hat on his head walked onto the stage as everyone in the restaurant stomped their hooves on the ground and cheered. The blue earth pony stepped up to the mic, and before he could, a voice came from the audience. Lose the stupid pink hat, loser! Oh, hold up, what did you just say? The blue earth pony said in a slight gangsta voice. Shit, run, motherfucker, run. The audience members said as him and his 3 friends jumped out the front window and ran off into the night as the blue earth pony chased them. The entire restaurant fell quiet, and then the sound of the thunderous applause and cheering was heard. Twilight and Applejack just sat there as the waitress came back with their food and placed the plates on the table. The 2 mares looked at each other and then began to eat. Halfway through eating, Twilight broke the ice as she took a bite out of her double bacon cheese hamburger and swallowed her bite. So what's the dream you were talking about that freaked you out when you saw the waitress? Applejack said and looked at Twilight with barbecue sauce all over her face. Twilight gave Applejack a smirked look and used her magic to lift a napkin and wipe her special sun-pony face. Applejack smiled as the napkin was placed back down on the table. Oh yeah, the dream. I might as well tell you, but I want to make this perfectly clear. I don't want this dream story to ruin your date with me, Twilight, Applejack said. Nothing ruined this evening since I'm with you, AJ, Twilight said. Applejack blushed, looking away from Twilight, then turning her head back to take her last bite of her ribs and swallowed it as she cleaned her mouth and hooves. She then began to tell Twilight about the dream. Well, as much as I can remember about it, it seems like I was some sort of bystander of some great battle of some sort. And on one side there was you, and on the other side was that waitress Pegasus, but about 10 times bigger. There was also a Discord lookalike with her, and he was like, finish her. And then the Pegasus punched you so hard that her robot arm broke, which I found weird, but the Discord lookalike said breakfast, and he licked his lips and let out a scream and then woke up. I swear that's all I remember about it, Twily. I'm sorry, Applejack said. I believe the dream you had was definitely a nightmare of some sort, and I learned from a book of psychology, and from what you told me, you're afraid of losing me, aren't you, Applejack? Applejack sighed and sulked her head. Yes, I am, Twilight, she said. Applejack, I swear, I won't leave you, but if I had to choose between me or you, my decision is clear. If I can protect, even at the loss of my own life, I will, Twilight said. Applejack picked her head up and looked Twilight in the eyes and smiled. Thanks, Twilight, Applejack said as a tear of joy ran down her eye. Oh, come on, the end. Alright. That was a little bit beautiful at the end, to be honest. A little bit more romantic, what I expected the story to be. None of that freaking Granny Smith cussing and swearing in the first chapter. It was beautiful, though. I love the first chapter. The first chapter was awesome. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the last one.
100,000 stories have filled my head.